Hi, and welcome back to the Big Knit Energy podcast. This is episode 18, and my name is Sami. I am in a new location, and this will not be my setup forever. I just wanted to block the closet mirror here, so I put my mannequin with my stone crop on it and my camisole number 2. I just wanted to be in front of the window, so I had some white. Today it is about a little over 2 weeks since I last filmed, and I don't have as much progress as I feel like I should. I do have some acquisitions. I did visit the Spincycle yarn store in Bellingham when I was out of town, so if you want to see that, keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my finished objects. I have 2 finished objects. And I'll just show you them in order that I made them. So the first is this pair of self-striping socks, which was my first pair for summer sock camp. And I haven't blocked anything because, like I said, I was out of town. And these are knit with the Desert Vista Dye Works Viso base, which is a sock weight, 75% merino, superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway was Full Bloom, and obviously it's a self-striping. And then the top of the cuffs, the heels and the toes, is in the Hobie or Hobby, I don't know how to say it, unicorn, in just like their bright pink colorway. I lost the label to this, so I don't know what it was called, but I knit these with a 20 round cuff, 5 rounds of the contrast color, 15 of the self-striping, a 60 round leg, a fish lips kiss heel. I think these ones have a 62 round foot, and then just like the normal wedge toe. And I didn't know how this yarn was gonna knit up because my sister bought me this yarn for my birthday last year. So it was really fun to see that the stripes were like variegated. I wasn't really expecting that. And the next finished object is another pair of socks. So I don't know why I have these ones folded like this and the other one's folded the other way. This one is knit in the Desert Vista Dye Works again, Viso base, so the same 75-25 blend, and this one is the colorway Halloween Confetti. And for the contrast color, it was a mini from Arkansas's Yarn Co. that came in the I think April. I don't remember what month. Whatever month this colorway was in the Yarnable box, the camisole. And these ones are my second pair for summer sock camp, but also a finished object for the Halfway to Haunts make along, hosted by Penny Moons or Megan. And these are the same thing basically. So a 20 round cuff, 5 rounds of the contrast color, but an 80 round leg, a fish lips kiss heel, and I think I only did a 60 round foot, and the same toe, because at that point, like, it doesn't really matter 60 or 62 rounds. I think I was just trying to get the stripe where I wanted it on the other one, but I decided I don't care, and I didn't even make the second sock match on either of these, because I think if I was trying to make them match and it was a little bit off, it would be more frustrating than it being completely off. These ones I haven't woven the ends in on, but I did on the other ones. I'll grab a sock blocker. I only have one anyways, and I'll just put them on there so you can see. Okay, so here is the first pair. I really like these. I think they're super cute, and I love that this pink is just as bright as certain spots of the stripe. So there we go. And then Here is the Halloween one. This one, I don't think the green was as good of a match, but I think it works. I would have made the contrast black, but the only black I have bleeds a lot, so I didn't want to ruin the stripes next to it. So this is cute. Next, I'll go into whips. So my first whip that I actually did make some progress on is my ranunculus, and I'm knitting this in Camellia Fiber Company Sylvan base, which is 70% alpaca, 20% silk, 10% cashmere, and this is the colorway Blue Poppy. So I think this is the back, but that's where I put the stitch marker. Last time I was, still up here in the, turn around would you? Still up here in the textured part of the yoke, and I had not split for sleeves. So now I have split for sleeves, and I am about, I don't know, 5 inches after sleeve separation down the body. So I am supposed to start the ribbing already, but I want to make this a little bit longer since I do have 2 skeins. I want to use up more of the yarn, and also I want this to be a little less cropped. Although I do think this is going to stretch out a lot in blocking, so we'll see. But here, I'll put my hands in there so you can see how sheer it is. This is so lightweight and like flimsy, floppy, drapey. I really like it. Which I'm sure that was a really good explanation, but yeah. This I did take with me when I went to Washington, and I knit on it a fair amount there, but mostly I was knitting on socks and a new cast on. Well, the Halloween socks were a new cast on too, but another new cast on that I'll show you guys. The next whip I did not make much progress on because I didn't take it with me. So I only knit a couple of rounds after I showed you guys this last. And this is my Promenade or Promenade blouse. I think it must be Promenade by Kadri. And I'm knitting this in Vita Lifestyle, Kid Silk Lace Lavender, and the Vita Simple Sock in Lavender Milk. And let's see. The Kid Silk Lace is 75% ultra fine kid mohair and 30% mulberry silk, which I think is normal. And then the Simple Sock is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And I really, really love the way this is looking, but it does ripple a lot because it seems like the gauges don't match up quite. Like when it's stretched out, it looks kind of okay, but it's super ripply. So I think I'm going to transfer these stitches to a barber cord and try wet blocking this and seeing if it looks better after it's blocked, because I don't want to make the whole thing and then want to reknit it, so I figure I'll do it now. I wish I'd done things like this with the Illuminate, because I feel like my Illuminate is way too tight in the yoke, and if I had just done that I would have known. But now I have barber cords, so it's easier to do things like that. Anyways, this is how the fabric's looking. I really love the color combination in the yarns. It's just my gauges that I'm worried about. Because I think you are supposed to knit this with like a fluffier or like DK weight, and I'm just using a fingering sock. So I did change my needle size, and I did get gauge here, but I'm thinking maybe I didn't get gauge with my mohair. So we'll see. I will update you guys on that in the next episode. And then the last whip I have is a new cast on, so you guys haven't seen this. I just have it in this little bag here. And this is going to be a cozy or coziest memories blanket. So I actually downloaded and paid the $2 for the cozy memories, but the coziest memories is like the same thing, and I think that one's a free download. and it actually has some better details than the paid one in my opinion. So this is all knit in Moonglow Yarn Co. scraps. So these are all minis from sock sets. And I have used them for other things, which is why, like with the chartreuse, I ran out. But I started down here. This one is from the Sharktastic sock set from last year's Sock Week. I think she has that available this year again. And this is from the Sweethearts, Candy Hearts, whatever the Valentine's one was that was white with all the pastel colors. This one's from the Sharktastic summer sock set, so is this one, and this one is from the Valentine's one. And this is kind of fun for me because I was running out of this one, and I had all my little scraps on my couch, or on my dad's couch, because that's when I was in Washington, and he picked this color to finish off the square. So I think things like that are going to make this blanket extra special. Well, this square was like a collaboration with my dad. And I almost want to call this 4 finished objects because I finished 4 squares, but I think that's cheating, so I won't. So yeah, this is my progress so far. And then this is all my Moonglow scraps in here and my needles. I'm not gonna show you all the scraps probably because I'll drop them all over the floor, but I have a couple scraps that are not from her in here too. Not from her, not from Whitney, from Moonglow, but not very many. I see maybe 2 or 3. There's my minis. And I'm probably going to keep this as more of a at-home project from now on, unless I just pick like a couple colors instead of all of the colors to take with me. And so I have this like glass decorative thing that my aunt gave me to put like, I think candles in, but I don't really want to use it for that, so I think I'll clean it, dust it out, and then put all my little mini scraps that I will eventually put in this blanket in there, and then I'll just be able to grab out of it randomly. That way they're available, I see them, it'll keep this blanket at the front of my mind all the time, and it'll be a cute decoration, I think. So that is it for finished objects and whips, so no more progress, but I do have some acquisitions, more than I thought I would. And I'll have something exciting. Hopefully I'll film it for next week. Hopefully I get this edited and uploaded today. I'm having trouble setting my computer up since I moved, so fingers crossed. And then I have something really big to share with you guys soon. I should be getting it this upcoming week, so maybe that'll be the podcast off week video. But I'm so excited, so I can't wait to share it with you guys. Okay, anyways, moving on to acquisitions. I'm getting distracted. Okay, so first in acquisitions, from my absolute favorite, Crafted by the Fates, aka Phoenix. She listed some mini sets in her shop, and I was like resisting buying them for not very long. I didn't fight it that much, but I ended up purchasing 2 of these mini fade sets, and these are 5 20-gram minis, and they are in 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, so it's about 460 yards total. And this one is in the colorway Lucky Penny. Also, look how cute her new labels are. I hope that focuses. I have no like feedback on what is going over the camera, so I just have to hope for the best. So I got that one, and then I also got this green fade set. It's the same base and everything. It's from the same little release. And this one is called On the Other Side. And well, look at these earthy greens. Then look at these earthy warm copper browns. And look at them together. So I have an idea to use both of these together in a top. And I think it'll just be so like my version of autumnal. I don't always go for like the classic fall colors, but I think my favorite colors, which are either neons, pastels, or earth tones. So the earth tone part of that is pretty autumnal in my opinion. Like, this just reminds me of moss. But we got kind of like a dying leaves and dead leaves type of vibe here. And when I ordered these, she sent me 3 little BB skeins that she had, because she's the reason I started, well, her and Alicia from the Skein Witch are the reason I started the Coziest Memories blanket. So she either sent me these with that in mind, or she sent me these because I want to make a striped camisole. So one of those 2 things, but these really go with the other minis I have from her, so it might go into a tank top. And I'm thinking of trying to design a tank top that's more stockinette stitch so that it doesn't like cinch in and has wider straps. That way I'll actually be comfortable wearing it. And now that I have these, I might be able to do like a stripy version of that with her yarn. So very exciting. And she also sent me this little cute notions pouch with the Vincent van Gogh art on it. What is that, Starry Nights? I don't know anything about art, so I'm just guessing. And then she sent me some little black light bulb stitch markers. So I'm really excited. I love minis, new obsession, and I'm blaming Allie and Phoenix because I didn't care that much about minis until I started doing the blanket, and now it's like every time I see minis I'm like, ooh, I can put that in my blanket. And this one's still in the plastic, so sorry for the noise, but it is a soft plastic, so it shouldn't be crazy loud. And this is from Camellia Fiber Company. Let me dump it here. Whoops. Okay, so this is from Camellia Fiber Company, and this is their Pride colorway, Rainbow Sprinkles. And I got 3 skeins of it, all on the Sylvan base because it's so soft. This is the same base that I'm knitting the ranunculus in. And this is, so the Camellia Fiber Company Sylvan fingering, 70% alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. And this Pride colorway is Rainbow Sprinkles. And for this, I think I just want to knit a no frills with no mohair held with it or anything. So it'll be, this already has a halo, but it'll be a more like light airy fabric. Since I do live in Southern California, I think I would get a lot of wear out of it. But I absolutely love rainbow colors, and I love speckles, and this is just so pretty. I'm obsessed. And I don't even think I'm gonna alternate them because these look like they have like a relatively even amount of speckles, but like the base is very, there's a lot of the plain base. So I think I don't really care if they all look like they're gonna match, but I don't think that there will be a noticeable line really. So yeah, this will be a no frills, and I'm going to knit, I think I knit my last no frills in a size 2 and it's really cute, but I want this one to be a little baggier, so I think I'll knit it in a size 3. And for the size 2 with 3 skeins of fingering weight, I had so much yarn left over. I had almost a full skein left, and I made, maybe I only had like 60 or 70 grams, but I made cabled socks, and cables eat up yarn, so I should be fine, I think. This is definitely like 437 times 3. 1290. This is definitely just barely over 1300 yards, so I'll have enough. But I'm super excited about this. This is like one of the only like luxury fiber content yarns I've ever had, but it's It's worth it. For the drape. Oh. Next is not yarn, but it's just a little bowl that I got in Washington, which is where I'm from. I went to school and grew up like right next to the reservation, so I always saw a lot of traditional art, and this is a orca whale or killer whale, which I've seen a lot of them. There's a ton of them up in the Pacific Northwest, and I always really liked orcas, so plus it's like my favorite color green, one of my favorite color greens. I think I have like 5 favorite greens. But I plan on using that to keep like my progress keepers and stitch markers in. Maybe I'll keep my progress keepers with cute charms on there, and then I have another little flat dish that maybe I'll just keep like light bulb stitch markers and stuff in that one. Because Nitty Natty has bowls with all her little stitch markers in there, and I wanted to also have those. Next is from Spincycle yarns. I am from really close to Bellingham, so when I go visit my family, I want to go to Spincycle yarns. So this is the second time I've been. The other time I went was right around Christmas of last year, and they had a bunch of ritual dyes. So I got the color lamb's ear, since I've been dying to have lamb's ear. And this is on the elder base, which is a light worsted. It's 100% Rambouillet, and I'm also excited to try Rambouillet. It's 190 yards per 100 grams. Look how pretty it is. So I couldn't resist this color. And then I also got, to go with it, only one skein of Dream State, which may have been a mistake, but we'll see. Maybe I should have got 2, but it's so expensive. So my plan is to make a raglan sweater with this and do a little bit of color work above the hem at the bottom of the body, and if I have enough, at the bottom of the sleeves. So I'll be making my own pattern for this, even like the pattern for the raglan sweater part. I don't have any worsted weight sweater patterns, I don't think. So I'll just knit a gauge swatch and do some math, since it'll be fun. But look at these colors together. I'm obsessed. So pretty. They're just so cute. But I really love this color. So this is the Dream State base, which is I guess it's a light worsted or something, but this is 50 grams, 100% American wool, super washed, and it's 150 yards, which is a lot more than half of this would be. So half of this would be, what, 95 yards? This one's 150, so this almost seems like it could be a DK weight. Is that right? Is this only 50 grams? I don't know, I'm confused now. Either way, I got one skein of it. So this will be a sweater, probably closer to the fall, since it is very hot in Southern California right now, but I'm very excited about it. And then when I was there, I also got a sewing pattern from Sew Liberated. And this is the Aeronite pants. So they're really cute. There's a little diagrams on the back. And let me put my yarns down. And the day after I went, they released their ice dyed fabric online. They had some in store, but I wasn't really like obsessed with any of the colors, so I waited until they launched it online. They sent it with this cute little card. that says their names. Also, Kate was there at the store when I was there, and so I got to talk to her, and she's super nice and super helpful. But this is my ice dyed fabric. And if this does not just embody me in a fabric, I don't know what does. It's got purples and greens and pinks, like mauvies. And neon orange, what? So anyways, this is super duper pretty. Haven't unfolded it all the way yet. This is the first time. But I'm hoping I got enough of this to make like a cropped or capri version of those pants. It looks like I have a lot. So I'm just gonna do this weird thing so you guys can see all the colors. I only got 2.5 yards and the pattern calls for 3 yards. So I'll cut out my pieces of the pattern and then I'll be able to decide / know if I have enough for this or if I should just make a skirt or maybe a tank top dress or something. That I don't know, we'll have to see. I do not know. I'm not an experienced sewer, so I have a hard time with this type of thing. But yeah, I don't know why I always do that. I like find something that is not cheap and then I cheap out on the quantity. It's a pretty bad habit, I think. So like, I don't want to run out of fabric. I don't want to run out of yarn. I always do this though. So yeah, this is my gorgeous Spincycle ice dyed fabric. So stay tuned. Hopefully I make something soon with it because I would love to wear this. And I also think this would kind of go with that sweater. Of course, the sweater won't be all this, but I think this will really tie it together. I'd have a type. And then also, look at this together. Yes, she has a type. She definitely has a type. But that's really all I have this week. I'm hoping in 2 weeks, my next video, I'll have a lot more progress to show you and I'll have a decision and hopefully progress on the promenade blouse, or I will have ripped it back and started over. We'll see. I think I could definitely finish the ranunculus in that time. I don't have any sock plans to cast on right now, so I think I'll be able to focus on the ranunculus and probably get that one done. Another idea I have, so tell me what you guys think. I'm not comfortable wearing this camisole, really. It like fits me weird. But so it's so pretty. I just don't like it on me and I don't feel comfortable really wearing it. But I could rip this out and make a short sleeve ranunculus because I used up like 94 grams here. So I have enough. I have the extra little 6 grams in a ball too. I still have it. So I have enough to make a short sleeve ranunculus, I'm pretty sure. Or I could just keep it and wear it under things like my ranunculus. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Also, doesn't the inside of this sweater look fantastic? I'm kind of obsessed. I almost want to make a sweater that looks like this. Anyways, let me know what you guys think on that. I would love to hear your thoughts. So until next time.